Yeah, g'day. Where did I get that from? Yeah, g'day. Well, if you're interested, stay tuned because let me introduce you to Fred Dag.
G'day. How you doing? Haven't seen you for a while. Just turned the telly on here, shouldn't take long to warm up. I dropped a new spark plug in it the other night. She's going pretty good now. Sit down and watch this program, they reckon it's pretty good. Hang on a minute, I'll check that the aerial's alright. Got to allow for the hills from the reception here. Can't be too careful with these aerials, of course. Got a mate who ran into a bit of bother the other day with aerials. He was playing about with them without the glovey protection. They reckon he got a volt up his arm. Not too pleasant. Anyway, sit down. I'll make you a cup of beer at half time.
So yeah, Fred Dag is a character played by John Clark, who was a New Zealand-born Australian. And before he went off across the ditch, he played as this character called Fred Dag, which is kind of a piss take of New Zealand farmers or how they were back then. I actually knew people that were kind of like this, just the way they talk and stuff. And so, yeah, this is where I got Yeah G'day from, being the 19th anniversary of the VideoJamesNZ channel. I thought I'd just share this little bit of trivia with you. Hopefully you care enough to watch the rest.
Yeah, g'day. Yeah, g'day. Yeah, g'day. G'day. G'day.
Yeah, g'day.
Right, oh, g'day.
How you going?
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Ian. Yeah, g'day.
So yeah, growing up in rural areas, like I said, yeah, you kind of get to know people like this. Like the way he dresses and everything is just like perfect of how the culture was back then. This is kind of almost like lost media now, kind of lost Kiwi culture, because the farmers these days are usually like what you would call gentleman farmers, where they kind of pay other people to mind their farm for them. And I mean, in saying that, there are a lot of farmers still left that do bust their hump to, you know, get things done. But yeah, so John Clark, he also did this country calendar. That's actually a real show here in New Zealand, which is still airing to this day. What that's about is basically it's a show about farmers and just their daily routines and things like that. So yeah, it's kind of like a piss take at that. It was really well done. And another interesting bit of trivia is in New Zealand we have these comic strips in the newspapers called Foot Rot Flats, and basically what they are is it's about this cartoon. It's sort of like, it's just kind of like sort of cutesy sort of humor about, like, most of it was about the weather and being, you know, on a farm and things like that, and most of it revolved around Wal Foot Rot's dog, who would go off and cause mischief or, you know, try and breed with the neighbor's dog or something like that. There was a film of Foot Rot Flats that came out in 1986, where John Clark, who plays as Fred Dag here, actually did the voice of Wal Foot Rot. So yeah, that's a really awesome piece of New Zealand history and a really great piece of New Zealand animation. And then following that, I guess, of New Zealand animation, while we're on that topic, Brotown came out in the 2000s, and that's another fantastic piece of New Zealand animation. I really thought that New Zealand would keep up the animation thing, but we seem to have just kind of trailed off. And I just love the 2D animation of Foot Rot Flats and Brotown. Fantastic. So yeah, another thing I noticed when I watched this is a lot of the issues that were around today actually were circling around even back then. So like history just seems to keep repeating itself. I know these are all jokes and things, but check this one out. I don't know. Hopefully no one's too easily offended. If you are, then just look away or put your hands over your ears.
Don't you think that your policies could be described as racist?
Not really. You obviously didn't see the address I gave in Auckland last Friday where I covered myself in nugget and recommended that we get all the white people out of New Zealand by Friday. No, I don't think I'd be classed as a racist by any manner of means. A genius, yes, or a racist, no.
Well, there seems to be some conflict here. Who is it that you want to get rid of?
Well, depending on who I'm talking to, I want to get rid of the other lot. And the other lot will go, believe you me.
One other point you made was taking bikes away from the bikies. How are you going to enforce that?
Well, no. To be perfectly Francis with you, we've had to give that one away. We can't take the bikes away from the bikies because we can't catch them. They're very rapid people, these bikies. We did have a policy that involved taking the bikes off the bikies, the trucks off the truckies, and we were looking at bumblebees too, but we don't have the storage space, and I'm afraid we're going to have to give that idea a swerve altogether.
So that policy was just another of your mythical pronouncements?
Yeah, more or less. There's a lot of mythical pronouncement going on about the place. The air's fairly thick up our way with mythical pronouncements, and they will increase indeed as November the 29th approaches with the stealth of the Black Death, of course.
Finally, Mr. Dagg, what's your party's slogan?
The party slogan, New Zealand the way I want it. Yeah, g'day.
Yeah, so anyway, it's like I was saying, this is like a lost bit of media. There was a music CD that came with this DVD, and one of the songs on there was the Gumboot song. So John Clark would play as Fred Dagg, and he would sing songs, and one of them was called the Gumboot song. And honestly, that was almost like a New Zealand national anthem at one point, because, you know, being in New Zealand, especially living in the south or whatever, there's like a lot of rain and everything's all mushy, and gumboots are basically just the culture. Like, I grew up with gumboots a lot, or I guess you call them Wellingtons or Wellies or something in Britain. But yeah, it's really cool. I just love the way he deadpans in this. I'm probably the only one that finds this stuff funny, like being a New Zealander, but hopefully you guys get something out of it, and I just thought I'd share this to kind of show where the origin of Yeah Gedday came from, just to kind of celebrate the 19 years of the channel. But yeah, the way he deadpans, the only person I've seen that can deadpan just as well as him would be Lee Hart, New Zealand comedian Lee Hart. He's probably the only New Zealand comedian that has actually made me laugh. The rest are just, don't even bother. So yeah, look up the Late Night Big Breakfast if you want like a good laugh. It's basically a piss take of like morning television, how you get those good morning shows, or Breakfast is another one we have here. And yeah, it was, it's pretty good. So highly recommend that. And I highly recommend you guys check out the Gumboot song. Sadly, the music video of that is not on this DVD, but the music CD that came with it actually has the song. So someone actually uploaded the Fred Dagg music video of the Gumboot song, which is just incredible. So I don't know where they got that from, but it's freaking awesome. And yeah, very disappointed it didn't come on the DVD. But yeah, that's that anyway. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you found this interesting. So take care. It's a freaking mad world out there.